Booze. That's where it's at.
Dude, what kind of booze? Because it will determine how much I hate.
And we're live.
Whatever Bender drinks.
We are live, and I still can't see the comments.
We're writers of Law Sword, and we're very professional. Okay.
No, we're not. Never. You can't make me admit it.
It could be worse. We could start the thing with a I forgot what I was gonna say. Fuck it.
Professionalism.
Damn.
That just makes it worse, doesn't it?
It does.
This is what editing is for.
What's editing?
What's editing?
But whose phone?
But who was phone? Who was phone?
What?
You don't know that meme, but who was phone?
I feel like I missed something here.
Isn't the meme like the take on that old ass? I don't even want to say it's horror, but you know, like the Halloweeny story where the call's coming from inside the house. Isn't that what that meme is taken from?
That's a super old thing.
Yeah, but I thought that's where the meme came from. Like, you know, some newer thing like took their take on it, even though it's the same shit.
Think that's like 6th level memology. You need to go through a few more classes to get to that. I'm at memology 102.
No.
Well, you know, when you get as old as Nosan and I.
Hey, leave me out of this.
Back in my day, the Enterprise didn't have photon torpedoes. It was just phaser proximity charges.
Oh god, not this stuff again.
I know you get that.
You successfully made me feel young, so I'm good now. Okay.
Another time. Don't make me grab the newspaper.
Okay, so this week's main topics are Tokusatsu GAGAGA and Final Space. But before that, the news.
New Pokemon.
Still looking to get that Switch.
Nuggets.
I think we're going to save the Pokemon stuff for after.
Wait. Hold on. Did you say new chicken nuggets?
Yeah, I heard something about chicken nuggets.
Yeah, I was just joking, but yeah.
Okay, as long as I didn't miss something there, because I was confused.
I mean, I thought maybe, you know, some fast food place is doing something new with chicken nuggets, you know, like...
I mean, Wendy's
Baker
does
nuggets.
spicy chicken nuggets, or, you know...
Those are hit and miss with me. Sometimes they're good, and sometimes they're just... Ugh. Sort of like that McRib. It's like the first time you eat it, you're in heaven. And then you realize what you're eating.
No, I hate the McRib. The McRib.
What do you have against them?
I just don't get anything that's good about it. It's not so much that it's bad. It's just like...
I think it's good because it's bad for you.
I think the roll is fantastic. But the other thing, it's just greasy pork with a mediocre barbecue sauce.
But the thing
I mean, it's
you have to like
McDonald's.
bad barbecue to like the McRib, and I like bad barbecue.
What the
Like
fuck? Who hurt
Like that
you?
Simpsons episode where somebody trades their car off for whatever they're calling the McRib in that episode. The
Ribwich.
Ribwich.
How did you not remember Ribwich?
I was gonna say Ribwich, and I'm like, man, that was 15 years ago. I don't know if I remember that
the
right.
animal that it's made out of is going extinct. What, the pig? Think smaller and more legs.
More legs.
Like I'm not saying I would punch a baby for a McRib right
But
now.
you're not
but
saying it?
if there was a baby right here and I had punched a baby to get rib, I'd punch that baby.
I mean, if it was like Baby Hitler or something,
See, you're a better person.
So basically, there's a level of evilness of an infant we will accept for punching for
Have you been around babies? Some of those little bastards can be bastards. Babies are fucking mean.
By definition, they could be bastards if their parents are not married.
Oh no! Let me rephrase for anybody listening. Babies can be assholes, and they know what they're doing.
Okay, Okay, when did you start wearing the foil?
I've always worn. I can't talk right. I have always worn the foil.
I saw that video of them throwing the keys on the
words
baby.
are good. I think the word's good, but then my mouth make the words sound bad normally.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah, I think in all, we just throw cheese at the babies and all of our problems will be solved.
Wait. Did you say you should throw cheese at babies?
Yes.
I heard throw the Jews at the babies, and I'm like, I know I'm not right. I'm sorry, I didn't even hear cheese.
And then the words, mouth, make words bad, not formally.
I'm joking.
Oh,
And for any Jewish listener, I highly respect you and your religion, and I hope nobody ever throws you at a baby.
Oh my god! And we're
can we get...
Wait, we were monetized?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. What?
And what percentage of this do I get?
Apparently 0 now, because I sucked it up for everybody.
You usually are the first one to say the word fuck, so yeah, probably.
Hey, now sometimes there's some who gets it in too.
I was gonna say, I say fuck a lot.
Okay, so...
I mean...
So anyway,
No. I don't think we're recovering from throwing juice at babies, so...
Wait, Faye, who threw me at this baby?
Oh my god!
Wait, we need to clarify this.
Whoa.
How are we throwing that?
I just imagine the guy like picking an actual person up and like chucking them, sort of like
Mega Man
maybe a midget.
Oh god, it's getting worse.
No,
Wait.
you know how they do the log toss.
Have you ever heard the term "put the shovel down"? When you're in a hole, you
And scroll up. Are you throwing that midget at the baby?
Like I said, I'm imagining a midget being tossed like a caber. You know, the big logs the Scottish people throw, like that. Just
Oh, now he's got another nationality brought
yeah,
in.
I'm attacking everybody.
Go to the voice chat text. That midget? Is that the midget you're throwing at the baby?
Oh my god. I don't want to look. I don't want to look.
I don't want to click the wrong thing.
Geez.
Where did you say to
Guys.
go?
For those who want to talk and don't have voice chat.
Guys,
Oh, okay.
we need to stop. I'm actually crying here.
Yeah.
The world's most famous illustrated penguin.
Wow. You know, if he was wearing a suit, it would be perfect. I'm just saying.
That's what I said on Facebook. Don't Google lowercase j, the rapper.
So that's who that person is?
That's lowercase j.
God.
He's apparently the worst sounds my friend has ever heard in his life.
Just looking at him makes me imagine the worst sounds in the world. and yes, no, son. Yes, I am.
Okay. Can we get to some actual news now?
I mean,
most likely
We can try.
Okay, so recently Beast Morphers had just been released, like yesterday morning.
And
I did have somebody at work talk to me about that, actually.
It legitimately looks really fucking good. I do want to talk about that next week.
Well, it's like Hasbro has been doing this Saturday morning thing for like years.
It's almost like they know what the fuck they're doing.
Isn't it kind of funny the way though that they tried to come up with an abbreviation so they could explain why it was GB on everything?
Yeah.
Might be the only time I say GD, and I don't mean that particular term. That might not be good for this podcast. I'm just going to say that particular
Might not be
term.
good for the podcast. We just talked about throwing Jews at babies. I don't think you can not say anything.
But I didn't disrespect their creator.
And he did say it was baby Hitler he was throwing.
I did say it was baby Hitler.
Okay,
And
so you're
so what I'm hearing now is we have an alternate version of Angry Birds.
Do you know how much money that would probably make until it gets taken off the store?
you have to launch the Jewish midget at the house that has baby Hitler in it to kill him in the past. The baby Hitler the exact genetic clones of Baby Hitler.
Yes.
Oh God, are we going into that terrible Superman at World's End comic where he has to fight the twin clones of Hitler and he's got guns for some fucking reason?
I was making an Archer reference, but we can do that too.
God, let's give Superman guns. I mean,
So what I need to find is some version of the Angry Birds theme combined together with Hava Nagila, and then that would be your theme song for it.
God,
Do
I have
you
a friend
want-
that could do that.
now I've seen Angry Birds, but I've never played it. Don't you like slingshot them? Isn't there like a slingshot?
Yeah.
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 So could the slingshot be a menorah?
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God.
No, that's a power-up where you shoot 6 at once.
No.
Wouldn't it be 7? Isn't there 7 on there?
Yeah, but you would need an extra pole to make it 7. The slingshot's 2 equals 1.
You're right. So wait a minute.
You don't need that flash.
Wouldn't you only shoot 3?
Oh God.
And then you'd have the one in the middle? That could be the sight.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could go into first person mode.
What do I have for sore throat?
Oh, Joe.
We have so much fun.
And then they have. Don't they have? Like, never mind. This is going into anti-Semitism.
Let's attempt to get back on the thing that is a topic.
Beast morphers. Apparently the morpher looks like the turbo morpher from what I'm told.
Well,
Yeah,
It has an extra like ignition thing.
yeah, they added a key to it, and I am not against it, but I want to see more about it.
I'm actually going to look it up right now to be able to look at it while we're talking about
yeah,
it.
it's pretty much how it's pretty much how the turbo bracelet went, but you put it in through the top, not through the side.
Oh, is that? I didn't see them actually do. The part I noticed was the evil Red Buster costume for their enter, and it was still escape
Yeah.
the vault. Yeah.
Apparently their escape costume is colored differently, but there's a reason for that. Their escape costume has been repainted yellow because the girl who was going to be the original Yellow Ranger is taken over by the Avatar.
Right. I
That
got
is
that.
escape.
Oh.
I just also noticed the fact that it's not real guns she has, but laser guns.
Well, of course.
You know, I that's something I kind of, in general, not this specifically, that's something I kind of have a problem with. It became very apparent with me when they converted Ghost Asia and Gokaiger over into the Megaforce duo of quote-unquote shows.
Yeah.
You know, Gokaiger obviously had blunderbusses. That's what it was modeled after, even though it shot multiple shots. You know, they didn't just shoot once and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, it was a blunderbuss.
At least it looked like one, yeah.
Yeah, in what?
It's a flintlock pistol. It's the actual.
Yeah.
That's what it's actually supposed to be. They just made it.
But
Made it. They just gave it.
Sexual? You're sexually attracted to pistols now?
Okay, I don't know what's going on in this conversation.
I just thought that's what I heard. I'm like, what?
So, flintlock pistols.
Yeah.
Yes, then I thought I heard sexual pistols, and I'm like,
That's
I know
a
the Sex
band.
Pistols are a band.
That's a band.
I mean, I'm not going to kink shame if you're into that, but
Ugh.
weird flag.
That's one. No, I'm leaving it alone. Keeping on the topic.
Yeah,
Keeping on the topic.
But yeah, I
Bring it back to doing things.
What the hell are you guys talking about? You said,
God, okay. My point was, it became laser pistols, and it didn't even look good. But that's how every cartoon does things, even if it doesn't fit. Like Transformers, okay, yeah, they're gonna have lasers. G.I. Joe, they're not gonna have lasers.
I mean, you should have seen what they did to Gunmon.
Wait,
Do I want to?
Yeah, so
Is that the one where they edited his gun out completely?
He is a
Isn't-
whole fucking gun.
Yeah, he's the one that's just the revolver with the cowboy hat.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's the trope of a cowboy.
They could have turned him into walkie-talkies. That was always an option.
Walkie-talkie man.
Isn't that what they did in E.T.?
Yeah.
Although, one thing that I'm going to say, though, it's not like in GAGAGA you ever actually saw them shoot a bullet.
Well,
no, but
it
did make a bullet noise. And yeah, the final wave was like an energy bullet. Like it looked like
again looks like laser beams. So,
but in GAGAGA you saw smoke, and it still made a noise like a gun, not a pew like a laser.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So I mean, it was more closer to like a gun than say a laser pistol, and it just irritates me because we can't even let kids know guns exist. Like, I'm all for protection and people knowing what things are. Like, I'm not saying, like, give kids guns. That's not what I'm saying. But you can't shelter people is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and
I know what you're saying.
It goes to an extreme. And that's the point I'm getting at. It goes to an extreme where something doesn't even make sense anymore.
You're not saying that. Give them guns.
I mean, I'm not saying a lot of things, but here we got. Oh, there's Gunmon. Yeah, he's got a little bandana too.
But,
so I'm looking at this Beast Morpher, the actual Morpher, and I did not watch Go Buster. It didn't seem to interest me when
I've tried watching Go Buster a few times.
I watched it all.
I have been trying to watch Go Busters and try to make a episode by episode review on Twitter. I only got to episode 2 before I quit. Yeah.
Really? Because like the first 20 or so I was okay with. It was when it was after they destroyed the evil for the first time, and then it became like a different show. That it kind of annoyed me.
I did watch Go Buster versus GAGAGA though. I did enjoy that movie. I did, but it's GAGAGA.
You mean GAGAGA with all the other dinosaur Sentais featuring a couple scenes with Go Busters?
No, that was something else. They actually did a Go Buster versus GAGAGA.
They got.
Sorry, I had the wrong one. Go Buster versus Kyoruger was what I was thinking of. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really liked that movie, but not because Go Busters just didn't matter in it.
Yeah. I just like that they did the Gokai change, but it was with the mecha. So you got another chance to see like Daijujin for a minute.
Astro
Megazord. Yeah. No, was Astro Megazord in there?
Yeah, he was the one that jumped up in the air and did a slash.
I thought that was Magiking.
No, that was.
Oh, that was the one where they put Stag Buster or Beat Buster in the Maji King, and the one guy who played Maji Yellow made the crack of, "Oh, this just feels right somehow."
Yeah, because I was like, I know that's an inside joke. I just didn't know what the joke was. I could figure it out, but it just didn't mean as much.
That's honestly awesome.
Yeah.
This just feels right somehow.
But like and it goes back to things I've said before. I know we're getting a little off topic, but I did like that battle because it was still a lot of like actual suits. And it looked cool, and you got to see older mecha and stuff. But, going back, I didn't watch the show. I watched the first episode, because when I finished GAGAGA, it was like, they did the handoff, and it's like, episode 1 of Go Buster, and I watched it, and it's like, I don't like this.
Maybe next year.
I wonder what the hell we're gonna get next year. Think we'll get Zyuohger, since they're going back?
It could be anything. We really don't fucking know at this point.
I mean, if they went back and did older ones and just made it as a sub, I know kids won't go for that. I'd go for that.
Wait. Are you talking about Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've already said they're doing 2 years of this.
How the hell? Oh.
Super.
They're gonna do super Beast Morphers.
I hope they don't just call it Super Beast Morphers. Think of a better name.
They're not.
It's going to be Beast Super Morphers.
Beast Morphers. That sounds better already.
Yeah, but you really gotta blame that on Nickelodeon's part, because for some, they would rather have something that runs for 12 episodes 1 year and another 12 episodes another year, instead of having the usual 52 episodes that we used to have.
I mean, if it was a
Except the funny
Netflix
thing is-
series,
It still is 52 episodes, though, if you think about it. They do 2 seasons of like 24, 26. It's still about the same number of episodes.
Yeah, but you get busted up in the middle. It's not continuous.
What?
Yeah, you have to create a season finale or a mid-season finale, whatever it is.
And I mean, I guess I'm going to give this a chance, just because I figure we're going to talk about it at some point, like after it's aired for a little bit. So I guess I'll give it a chance, but maybe Hasbro will do something good with it. I don't know.
The villain is a snake.
Does look like they're doing a lot better than Neo Saban. I'll give them that.
I'll give them that too. Did you say the villain is a snake or the villain is Snake from Metal Gear Solid?
Snake.
No, it's a snake.
Oh, because I was like, well, I mean, if it's the guy that voices Snake, that's kind of cool.
Oh my god, super
David
off topic.
Hayter.
Did you see the David Hayter voicing the Metal Gear Solid meme?
Oh no!
Is there a new one, or is it the one where it was like some of Trump's advisors and like David Hayter did a voiceover for it?
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna find it.
No,
because I've seen that one.
The one where Snake is dummy thick.
Yes.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
I have it right here. I'm gonna drop it in the Discord chat.
It is stupid looking, but I can actually see why people find it funny.
Yo, peeps. Yo, peeps. Wait. Did you hear about the new Sentinels called Curie? Okay. David Hayter. Okay. Watching it now.
Where Snake goes up and steals Revolver Ocelot's burger, just like eats it whole.
What?
Oh jeez!
If they'd have drug it out for like a few extra seconds and did I can't ever do the noise, but like the dunk when the exclamation point comes up, that would have been fucking perfect.
It's based off a comic script someone did, and I'm trying to find that.
Oh well, that's cool that he did that. Then that makes it even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just amazing. I bet somebody's already edited the two together.
The community.
Let me look this up before I even say a word about it. You guys keep going ahead.
The words sound good, but they still not good.
The Super Sentai Psycho battle has been going onto its 3rd episode, and so far it has been amazing.
Did you finish watching the 3rd episode? Is there no?
Has any right?
Not yet.
Oh, I did.
Only seen the first. Then again, I'm a Nihon person.
Yeah.
Okay, it's video game related, so it kind of falls in our purview because we've talked about video games before. We're all gamers here. Once,
maybe twice, depending on Pokemon.
Okay, we've done one about Smash, but I'm saying we've talked about them on the podcast before.
That's
bringing them up.
Pretty much proven. We'll talk about it. I.e., the conversation.
I'm hoping this doesn't pass, and it's called.
That's the comic.
Let me look at this real fast.
I'm sorry.
They really drew his ass well, to be honest.
Better than Smash Brothers Ultimate.
What, is he just gonna butt bomb him?
Yeah.
Okay, go back to what you were talking about.
Well, it wasn't really
me or.
Well, I think this is actually a good time to swap over to our first topic.
Tokakatsu GAGAGA.
Tokusatsu GAGAGA.
Which, for the record, that's the dumbest cute name ever.
Yeah. The synopsis is: an office lady with a secret obsession for comic book culture does her best to balance her job and hobby day by day. This is the synopsis done by IMDb.
So it's basically Nobuhiro from it's Nobu from fuck, I can't remember what it was called.
I was going to say the Red Ranger from Akiba Ranger, but he's actually trying to actually keep it safe.
it's Nobu from Akiba Ranger, but if he wasn't, drunk and crazy.
Right. But yeah, this is apparently a manga adapted into a live-action show.
Oh, I didn't know it was a manga.
Yeah, it's a manga.
I might look up if I can find the manga then.
As far as I know, it hasn't been translated, I think.
Oh, well, never mind.
I mean, you can try to look it up if it isn't or is.
I'm pretty sure it is if, IMDb says so.
That's not off of IMDb. That was off of a random fan.
Oh, okay, never mind. I might have to look that up.
Oh, it has been translated.
Okay, I don't have to look that up.
I mean, you could look it up to find the thing.
Oh man.
Yeah. Send me the link. Random fan. Yeah. For some reason I still can't see the comments on OBS for some stupid reason. And if I have the live stream up while also having this up, it's going to slow it down immensely.
I actually found the link to read the manga. Apparently, it's still, or at least these subs of it are still ongoing. And this has only got 18 chapters.
Yeah.
I'll drop it in the Discord.
From the show initially, it can be relatable to most people. Some people just flaunt it and just say, yeah, it's the best thing ever. I'm not gonna hide it. Some of us can't really do that because, well, the social norm and all that. Oh, you watch a children's show? What the hell?
Then there's people like me who doesn't get social norms.
There's a norm? Besides the one on Cheers?
He goes to a bar called Cheers.
Damn it, you all said the Cheers joke before I could.
Sometimes you just gotta go where everybody knows your name.
Damn, that was a good one.
That was another song I couldn't, because I did TV theme songs that you would sing along with. Yeah, that.
You know what you could have done there, No Son?
What's that?
You could have been like, well, there's no norm, but there is a morn.
But
bump.
Yeah. Did anybody happen to catch is able to pronounce the name properly for the TV show that our main heroine is obsessed with?
Nope.
Let me see the word.
This looks like a challenge.
It's like
this looks like a job for somebody who speaks very rudimentary Japanese.
Yeah.
It's like Jushowan. Jushowan.
Send me how it's spelled out. I'll try and
just drop it in the thing.
I
copy paste it.
Again, it's a fan who's currently watching and able to put it down. I cannot see what they're writing down only through the live feed. I can't really copy paste that.
All right, Scotty, you need to
Which chat?
I got nothing. I'm looking it up.
Talking about someone watching it on YouTube.
Yeah.
On YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's where I'll go. I'll go to YouTube. That's all I need to know.
I'm headed
Yeah, just go to our YouTube.
To the YouTubes.
You might beat me to it.
Jushuwan. But yeah.
Go to our YouTube?
Our YouTube, yes.
Uh-huh.
No, we're going to go to someone else's YouTube. That's usually where our people are chatting.
Look, I'm just making sure, man. Okay, what is it?
Jushuan?
Jushuwan.
Joshuan? No, that sounds more Chinese.
Yeah, it sounds very it sounds very Chinese.
Yeah, it does. That's weird.
Maybe it's based more off of Chosation or something.
Okay, so
I can't find it.
Show.
Watch us talk about for 15 minutes about how to pronounce something.
So
where exactly are you looking? I'm on our YouTube.
Yeah, it fades. You can't really see it as soon as you get there. Someone would have to put it down as you're there.
Andy, I'll put it in the Facebook chat. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
And I'll explain where I got this from. There you go. There's the word.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Oh, God.
I know it's... Yeah. It starts with a J.
Yeah. Well, what doesn't help is the little U there that makes it like a G.
Okay.
So, yeah, it looks like G.
It's G. Show. One. Because it's W-A. See. Yeah, it's got those little mini. It's got the mini U in. That's what's screwing me up when I'm trying to pronounce these words. And then it's a wa. Wa. Wan. Show u wan. Well, it's wa and W-A-N is the last one. Then yeah, G. It's a long U and a long G. Show wan. At least that's how I pronounce it. Actually, I made this way harder than I need to. Come here, Google.
Okay, Google.
No. If I go to the, it'll at least read it. Jusho on. Yeah. There you go. Jusho on.
And so that's the TV show, like within a show? Is that what this is?
It's the TV show within a show, along with Jamerson. A metal hero, like pretty much a representative of the metal hero genre. Well, the Jushuan.
Shipudoto Jushuan. That's what it is. Shipudoto Jushuan.
Jushuan is pretty much the Sentai equivalent, kind of mostly referencing like Sun Vulcan, but I think it's more leaning towards like the beginning of Geki Ranger.
Shishilio, Tora Iger. Sero Toroi. That looks like it looks like a combination of Gao Ranger and a Abba Ranger in the look of it, almost a little bit.
Yeah, I can see it.
With a little bit of Bokenger because of the large white spot in the middle of it.
Oh, it's Emmer Jason, right. But yeah.
Tora Iger, that's a good one.
Yeah, and of course it's just showing how weird it is that a girl likes watching Super Sentai, which is mostly meant for boys in like elementary, maybe higher. But then later on, we do meet a character that likes a pretty clear like show, even though he looks like the most thuggish looking guy ever. Like Yakuza thug.
Oh, so you're assuming every big guy's in the Yakuza now?
No, I mean this guy.
Big scary Asian guy, yeah.
Yeah. He looks like he's a part of the Yakuza. He's got like a scar within his balding head.
So does every Asian person know karate?
No.
Yes.
But every large one's in the Yakuza?
Yes.
That's what the character. That's what our main heroine Kano actually says about the guy.
You do realize I'm fucking.
Yes, I know. I know, and I'm playing along.
Hasn't done anything yet, and he's gonna do something as soon as we walk away. I love that part. That part gets me every single time. As soon as they walk away, dude flies in through the window. Forgiveness.
Please.
I'm sorry, I had to do that. I'm sorry to derail.
But yeah, it just shows all this weird, pop culture stuff that a lot of people just don't want to show in the workplace, but they all find common ground. That they all like this stuff, and they all know that it's not really appropriate in the workplace.
That's what makes work fun when it's not appropriate.
Yeah, but Japanese are like really.
They have different societal norms for shit that's okay, especially in the workplace.
Yeah, that's why I want to be a translator or something like that. I don't actually work there. Because I definitely would not fit in.
What you're saying is you want to work somewhere where they're not going to be pants on, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I still want to be a fat, lazy American.
And they also put in terms on what the subclass of otaku are, like toku ota.
I think that's the first time I've heard that.
I didn't know there were subclasses.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of different things. Otaku just means nerd in Japanese. That's why,
Yeah.
like, military otaku, anime otaku.
Yeah, I just, like, I knew it meant that basic thing. I never looked it up. I knew it meant just, like, fan or, like, fanboy. You know, like, you liked it. Like, you were into it.
Oh, no, it specifically means, like, nerd. It's usually derogatory.
Yeah.
Well, damn. Those bastards.
Yeah, like, otaku isn't something a Japanese person normally just says they are. It's a derogatory term. But it means nerdy about, and there's usually a second part to it. That's why the stereotype of the military otaku is such a prevalent thing in anime, because there are a lot of military otaku in Japan.
Well, we got those over here, too. They're just called Unabombers.
I mean, Ted Kaczynski did love himself some school idols.
They all like wearing camo and just having houses filled floor to ceiling with guns.
We're bad people.
Yeah.
We're bad people that speak our minds. And it is our right to speak our minds.
It is our blessing and our curse.
Yep. You're not wrong there.
And I do believe that they've actually had a few actual tokusatsu actors on the show.
Oh, they have?
I think I saw Cross Z in like episode 4.
Ow.
But other than that, I couldn't recognize anybody else. Because I was waiting for the doll guy from O's to show up like he did in Akiba Ranger.
That guy's still freaking creepy.
I know.
So, just kind of betting this out there just real fast. You know, I heard a couple references. How's Geo doing? Is it still doing pretty bad?
I've actually started watching it again. It's gotten much better, but it's still fucking weird.
They still erasing things from existence?
No. We'll talk about that later. That's another thing entirely.
Yeah, and well, yeah, Geo. Okay, this is a little side rant here. Geo, the character himself, has just hasn't felt like he has grown up from his first episode.
Oh, there's no development?
No, I don't think he has a character arc at all.
Like,
oh god,
the closest thing that we got was when he got his Geo 2 suit, and it still made him the same person. I mean, there was a little part where he was like, "Yeah, I'm done with this king stuff. Time to actually focus on college and stuff." But then, one of his advisors just shows up and says, "Hey, I want you to be the king. Here's the belt. Here's a new belt for you. Even though you just destroyed your old one, here's a new one." And he is just not having any of it.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And he is just forced to take on it now.
Well, that's never good when a member of royalty is forced to take on their position. It usually does not end well.
Wow, really? But anyway, back to Tokusatsu GAGAGA. It's been actually kind of fun. I get to learn all this new term stuff. I'd say that this is like a second coming of Akiba Ranger.
It feels like a less comedic Akiba Ranger and more of a not realistic, but more of a down to earth type of thing.
So is it closer to like an homage than say a parody?
I say it's more like an educational show about the pop culture itself and all the little terms. It's informative.
Did you mention at the beginning of this, when was this released? Is it pretty fairly new?
Yes, it came out this year of 2019 in January.
Oh, so it's like new.
It's a couple weeks too, then. Okay.
And,
yeah, it's very.
And it just ended March 1st.
I just wanted to know, just for
Yeah, it's
personal.
It only,
I didn't know if it was new or not.
It only got 7 episodes. 7 episodes, and that's it. It's not going to be the super epic of Akiba Ranger with its 2 seasons of 12 episodes each.
Sounds about right.
It does sound about right. I know it's not super long.
Yeah. But, yeah, I do recommend this if you want to know more about pulp culture and how it affects Japan.
I know they do take it to heart. I'll say that. I'll say they take it to heart.
Yeah. I mean, there's like reasons. There are reasons to why there are keychains on phones. It's that informative. And
whoa! What did you just say?
There is a reason to why there are keychains on phones.
Okay, because I heard keychains.
Okay.
I heard keychains on phones, and I'm like, there's a lot of ways I could take that. I didn't know if it was like maybe a Tamagotchi type thing.
No. It's more like it's a kind of a I think Isamu brought this up off cast, but it was about the Japanese and their Christian and Buddhist ways kind of clashing.
I mean, not intentionally, I didn't bring it up, but yeah.
And yeah, and pretty much how they could find another Christian was that they would have that they would do like this kind of like stick thing on the ground to make the Holy Cross, and they would find each other, and later on they would have the symbol on them, and even though it would be risky to like just flash it, and if they suspected another Christian to be near them within eyesight. And that's what the keychains on phones kind of do, where that guy's got a Luffy thing on a Luffy keychain on his phone, and I got a Luffy keychain on my phone.
So it's sort of like a more subtle version of basically what we do over here, like with graphic tees and stuff. Because everybody at work knows me as like the nerd guy. Because like up until recently, I didn't even wear my uniform to work. I just threw on some kind of graphic tee like X-Men, Batman, something nerdy that I liked.
Yeah, it's something like that.
And everybody's like, "Oh, talk to him if I need to know about that." Yeah, it's like a more subtle version. America, we do everything big.
Yeah, I mean, I got this T-shirt that has that's apparently a part of the TV show Gas Monkey. Yeah, I don't know about it either.
I've heard of that, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah, and I'm like, I just got the shirt because it was green. I don't know anything about the show.
You normies that see color. You must have it nice.
I just had somebody pointed out to me that was green. So.
Are you colorblind as well?
Somewhat. It's more like my colors get mixed up a little bit.
I see.
And for some reason that it kind of, I don't know how this happens, but if I get slapped on the back, it messes up all my colors.
It messes up all your
colors.
Isn't that what happens to computer monitors?
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Whoa, what the?
Yeah.
So you're saying you're a robot?
No.
Wow, my headset got turned down, and I turned it back up into. Oh, you're saying you're. Why are you a robot?
No. It's just.
Wouldn't you be a cyborg?
No, unless he's pure robot.
Well, then he'd be an android.
Wait, is he an android or an artificial human?
True.
Well, an artificial human would be an android, wouldn't it?
Are we? Are we going?
So he's what's the thing from Blade Runner now? I can't remember what they're called.
A replica?
Replicant. So you're a replicant.
Are we going into that territory of Dragon Ball Z where we can't really classify what Android 17 and 18 are?
No, they were just wrong. They're cyborgs.
Yeah.
They were just wrong.
Android 16 is an android.
That is the best thing that Team 4-Star did was
Thinking what of that?
yes, I am Android 16. And then Cell's like, well, you're wrong. They're cyborg. Just throwing that out there to clear that up. Because even when the show first came out, I'm like, why are they calling them androids? Because they're not androids, they're cyborgs.
But
do I hear 5?
We can't go into Team 4-Star. That'll take over the whole episode.
Yeah, so
we've gone down that rabbit hole.
So with the episodes that you guys have gotten a chance to see, or maybe would you guys seem interested in watching more of this?
Very much.
I mean, I'm yes. You know, we talked about it earlier.
Nosan Cito?
I really didn't get to see that much of it. Sounds fine.
The premise does sound interesting. I'll say that. I know I say that a lot, but it's because it's right. The premise, like Japanese television as a whole, live action or anime, it seems like they do have more originality, more like interesting shows rather than like American television. It's just like, what's popular right now? Let's all copy it. So yes, it sounds interesting.
I definitely want to see more.
Yeah, I've only gone up to episode 4. I haven't watched our criteria either. But I do want to see more. I think I'll go watch the rest of it some other time. But of course, not right now. So, on to our next episode. I think No-san could take it from here.
What? Wait, what? Who?
You! Final Space!
When? So the other option was... their topic was the first 5 chapters of Final Space.
Yeah.
The best animated sci-fi show since Futurama.
Oh, that's what Final Space is. Okay.
Let me drag this out as long as I can. I don't know. Futurama was pretty good, man.
I said since Futurama. I'm not saying over.
Okay, you did. I'm sorry, you did. Because I'm like, I don't know if it could dethrone Futurama.
I was very like it's the Futurama, and then it pretty ends really good story, and that was probably the thing that I was most happy about. And then the more I watched it, and I've watched, you guys have only really seen the first 5, but the actual
that's not true.
the story behind how it was made was even crazier than the show itself. So.
It actually had big name actors in it that I wouldn't guess would have done something like that.
Well, it literally came down to this guy, Olin Rogers. He created this proof of concept cartoon on YouTube, who had ended up getting shown to Conan O'Brien, and then his company bought it, and then they ended up having a bunch of TV networks like fighting for the rights of the show. So TBS are the ones that actually do it, but yeah. And then it's just this guy who, and he's actually from Nashville.
Yeah.
The guy who creates rights. Gary is from Nashville. He just moved out to LA to make this show. So I was thinking he's from right around you.
He is.
So yeah, it's crazy because it literally was this guy who was just this guy making goofy stuff on getting to make a TV show. But yeah, you're right. It has a bunch of big name actors. Now, Conan O'Brien's in it because he's the producer of the show.
See, that makes more sense after you explain that.
Yeah. David Tennant, I'm not sure how they got him.
I'm not sure how they got him. And
They probably just acts really nicely. David Tennant's a fucking nice guy.
Whiskey.
Come on, Doctor, we like you.
He was the Lord Commander?
He was.
He is amazing as the Lord Commander, too.
I'm always blanking on his name. It's Bender and Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War.
John DiMaggio?
Yeah. He was in that, and I know he's a very prolific voice actor, but I was like, John DiMaggio?
Yeah, he was Turk and the Superior Stone and some other voices.
And you haven't even gotten to another really famous voice actor, but that's in episode 8. And then you also have SpongeBob as the voice of the computer on the ship.
Tom Kenny.
Oh, Tom Kenny?
That's Tom Kenny?
Yeah.
Wow.
You didn't realize that was Tom Kenny?
I didn't know it was Tom Kenny.
Honestly, I'm bad with voices. It's just, I've played so much Gears and I've watched so much Futurama. I know John DiMaggio's voice anywhere. And
then the little subtle, movie jokes in that show are really great. I love when once he goes to get the cookie and he slams the door on his hand, he goes, "A penitent man shall pass," trying to grab the cookie to the Last Crusade. Little things like that I love that he gets. He's watching the obvious off of Princess Bride when he first meets Mooncake.
It's inconceivable.
Yeah.
Not even going to segue into the very obvious Star Trek reference there. Just going to keep us rolling.
There's a lot of subversion of Star Trek in that. I can't think of what you think of the obvious Star Trek reference as much as there's kind of.
No, I just meant the actor from Princess Bride, to be honest.
From Princess Bride, Star Trek. Give me a second. Why am I blanking?
Oh, you gotta look it up. Oh man.
Are we talking about Wallace Shawn, who's his place?
Yep.
His place Zeke? Okay.
Yep.
I thought you were talking about a regular on the show.
He was basically a regular on DS.
Reoccurring. That's why I said reoccurring.
Heavily reoccurring. He was on there.
Someone in the main. Was what I was saying.
Well, he should have been on the main cast instead of Nicole DeBoer. But anyway, we're talking about Final Space.
But yeah, now I think I should. I think I should bring this up that not only does Olin Rogers write and pretty much made the entire show, he also voices in it as 3 major characters and a whole bunch of additional roles.
What's the third? Because he does Mooncake and Gary. What's
Tribor?
Oh, Tribor's him too. That's right. Yeah. Tribor is a character that he had to grow on me. At first, I was like, "This is the stupidest character ever." What's kind of funny is the first episode I saw of that was 9, which it made absolutely no sense, but it did make me show.
The first episode I saw was actually the last one because I was impatient when I first saw the show.
But
that's It's an interesting episode too.
I mean, I think it's just sci-fi done pretty well because like it's not sci-fi just to be sci-fi. There's like an actual pretty deep intertwined story going on, things I wouldn't expect to happen. Like honestly, I didn't expect it to have any kind of real like overarching story.
And then the all the star fields.
I'm sorry, what? The Starfields
all the background star fields in that show are taken directly from pictures from the Hubble.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so they're actually star fields. That's why they look. That's why the show. I honestly think it's one of the just look animated shows out there. Maybe not the characters themselves, but like the design of the technology, the backgrounds, things like that. I think it just looks amazing.
See, I can get over like I don't want to say a simple looking character, but like a simply drawn character. If the show is good.
And I always love how Lord Commander calls him. I'll get you the But I mean between so I mean there's so many and I love the way they do like the beginning of the framing device.
You're kind of cutting out on us a little bit.
Okay. Well, then you guys can talk for a bit while I figure it out.
Do you still have yourself on push to talk?
No.
Maybe try that.
I'll check. Well, I'll check my my connection. That's what I was going to check.
Or maybe it's just your.
Red bars. That's.
I thought it was like your sensitivity, but yeah, there was a lot of this. Okay, I think we should start with a little bit of an early synopsis. It apparently Gary Goodspeed is a prisoner. He did something bad. Like was it crash 10, 13 ships of the Space Union that's around,
and destroyed a small Mexican eatery.
And eatery, right. Always forget about the eatery. But yeah, and he's put onto this prisoner ship for about 5 years, and it's only him, nobody else. There's a bunch of robots.
Yeah, there's the sanity avoidance, deep space insanity avoidance robot Kevin, the ship AI Hugh, and a bunch of robots that he writes names on the front of.
Yeah,
and the refrigerator.
Yeah, what was there?
I'm blanking on the refrigerator's name, but he had some very deep conversations with that refrigerator.
Isn't that the statement he says? Like, I've had some deep conversations.
He either says just deep or like deep dark conversations, but it was something along the lines of like very, very personal conversations with the refrigerator. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I think we've all talked to our refrigerator at some point.
I love when he tries to play cards with the robot, and he goes, "I'm getting really tired of you doing that."
And of course, Gary's not up on this spaceship to do nothing. He's going around fixing satellites, I believe, right?
They have him fixing satellites. They don't hint whether it's actually what he's always doing, but he's at least doing.
At
Yeah.
the very least, they can do it as the ships. Because of the everyone's called the same. That's what Kevin's hot.
Yeah, he's doing this
Kevin.
for 5.
Hi, Kevin.
He's doing this for 5 years, and then
John Jackson, that was epic.
And then he runs into the little space creature that you currently see on your screen, Mooncake.
Chocolatey.
And yeah, he is just the most adorable thing ever. I know that there are plushies out there somewhere.
Oh yeah, there are. I've seen them. I've definitely seen those.
And,
But, like,
and most likely somebody has taped a combat knife to one.
with it in his mouth, like,
Yes.
Man, I'm actually surprised they don't just have one like that.
And probably too violent for the kiddies.
It's not a kid's show.
I know it's not a kid's show, but there most likely are kids nearby watching it anyway because parents are just
Parents are terrible.
I don't think it ever airs before 10:30. I mean, if your kids are watching it at that point, then you're
a terrible parent.
No, you just deserve whatever happens.
I was
what I was going to say.
I was watching Adult Swim stuff back in the day.
Shit, Adult Swim. I was already in high school. God, you kids! God.
Got the magic, and the magic's got Kevin.
Shut up, Kevin. Yeah. And I don't really think I think they explained it in the 5 episodes on why Gary is the way he is.
Because he's insane. I think, like, I'm actually serious. Like, at the beginning, I think he's supposed to have been slightly insane from being alone for 5 years.
That's what I got out of it. That that's why he named everything. And
I mean, before that.
Well, I mean, it seems like before that, his personality was like kind of like almost dude bro, because he seemed like he wanted to impress that just to get with her and stuff like that. It seemed like he was just like a dude bro, and then he just went crazy from solitude.
I was kind of glad they kind of backed away from that because that's what I was do.
Right. Sorry. But yeah, and it's just after just befriending this little green ball of hover mass, he gets spotted by a cat person. Whose name?
I can't remember the cat person's name.
Avocado.
But I thought that was the name that Gary gave it.
No, it's Avocado. It's just.
I thought that was just what Gary called him.
No, it's Avocado. It just says cat in the middle instead of a.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, voiced by Cody Galloway.
That's who was actually like one of the. It's like Olin Rogers' like real life best friend. And he actually wanted him for this.
Yeah.
And it was kind of he reminds me like just that like having him. Or I'm talking about Red Dwarf now if you're not sure.
And then we find out that Mooncakes is apparently a universal power destroyer ender thing with laser beams.
Yeah, but some of that's only the world ending. Isn't that after episode 5?
No, no. I think it was like during that gladiator thing that Lord Commander was just trying to stress out Mooncakes to tear up a hole in somewhere.
With the Death Apocalypse?
Yeah.
We are most helpful. Oh, man. I really do love this show. I really am looking forward to the next season of it. So
yeah, that's going to be coming out in 2019.
Yeah, they said this year. They just really haven't said more than this year.
And still no word of Close Enough. You guys haven't heard of Close Enough?
No.
Do you guys know of Regular Show?
Yes.
Oh, that's the other show made by that guy?
Yeah. We saw.
Oh, that's cool.
We saw the trailer for it like more than a year ago, and we haven't heard anything about it.
It's been at least 2 years. Yeah. It had to have been.
And we haven't heard a damn thing about it. All we know is that it's in the works somewhere because I'm not sure if this should be credited or not, but Olin said himself he is glad to be working alongside J.G. Quintanilla on Close Enough.
Hmm.
To have his show run with his. So it might come out this year on TBS. Who knows? I just hope it does, because that does seem interesting within itself, because I loved Regular Show.
I couldn't get into it.
Was that the one with the bird?
Yeah, the bird and the bird and raccoon.
Yeah.
You mean the cartoon version of Rising of the Shield here?
It's okay. It's nothing. There's nothing bad about it. I enjoyed watching it sometimes, but I had to watch it.
Right.
Of course, at CBS now the only thing that's worth watching is watching Daniel Craig as an angel dealing with Steve Buscemi as God. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That show looks really interesting.
It's 3 episodes in. It's pretty good.
I don't know. I've been pretty particular to The Good Place lately.
The Good Place.
Yeah, but that's not on TBS, so.
But yeah, well, has anybody got any more thoughts on Final Space, on what you've at least saw?
Well, the only thing I would ask is something that happened later.
There is no later.
You've watched all 10?
No, I'm just making a joke. There is no later, because later is now when you get to later.
True.
Ow.
But from this perspective, there's later.
My brain.
It's not real.
Come on, man. An onion's just an onion, man.
It is just an onion. That's what I'm saying.
God, our own meme. I knew it was going to come back sooner or later.
Did we ever actually mean that for real? We should.
How I always thought a meme works is that an outside force, besides the media itself, makes the meme.
Nah, you can make your own memes.
Yeah, but then that's pretentious, isn't it?
No, if
you
it's
can
good
make your
taste, it's not. Like, if you're just shilling it just to be a shill, that's
Come on. No, wait. Do you think there is any way that could be pretentious ever?
I mean, if we plastered it on a
absolutely, but
so cancel the shirt. Okay.
No. You didn't let me finish. If it just had like all kinds of other crap on it or something like that, but no. Now, if it's just a shirt with like our magnificent logo and an onion, and an onion is just an onion, that would not be pretentious.
Okay, I'm on it.
Might be an interesting source of revenue to talk about off the air.
For $35.99?
What the fuck are we, EA?
Wait, no. There's the normal shirt, which is $18.99, and then there's the EA edition, which is $59.99.
That one has sleeves. The other one,
that's what I was gonna do.
To cut your own openings for sleeves.
You're just gonna get like half a shirt for like $18, and then for like $30 or $40, you get the whole shirt.
The base price, Andy, is just a pillowcase. You have to cut out the own head and arms.
It's just a pillowcase with just an onion, no letterings. The letters are 50 cents a piece.
No, it comes with the lettering. It comes with the lettering. It's just if at the cheap level.
I love this idea.
EA is terrible. That's why I didn't get Anthem. Just throwing some gaming in there.
But if you buy the season pass, you get the shirt, and then you get mailed iron-on decals for the text we're going to add in 6 to 9 months.
Oh boy, those bastards can't even put text on a shirt. You gotta do it yourself.
No. You get 1 letter a month, and it's a month.
It's a monthly pay? For a 1 letter
It's a monthly subscription.
Oh no.
It can be part of our monthly loot box. You get 1 letter out in the box every month, in addition to other crap we get.
It also comes with an onion each month.
A completely random letter, and you don't know if it's the letter you need to complete the shirt or not.
Onion.
That, in addition to working on Rob's onion, it's an onion that you can tie onto your belt, because that was the style at the time.
No, there's this reference.
I love making. There's just so much Simpsons you can make a reference about anything.
Okay, so now.
Wait, can we do the Betsuda edition? The shirt just glitches out constantly.
I would wear the
It's
fuck
made
out of
of
that, to be
tissue
honest.
paper. It's made of tissue paper, so it just tears all the time.
Oh.
Then you have to buy a new one.
Exactly.
Oh, so that's why there's multiple versions of Skyrim.
No, it has a glitch in it that somehow causes a person to freeze every once in a while.
Okay, so I guess that's all we can say about Final Space. But onto our bonus topic. It's Pokemon. Gen 8.
Pokemans.
I'm getting Sword because swords are better than shields.
That's the consensus, is no one wants Pokemon Shield, everyone wants Pokemon Sword.
Unless you're a wrestling fan, then everyone wants Pokemon Shield.
I want Sobble for fuck's sake, since a big old crybaby just like me.
Wait, is that the water one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here.
That's the one I want, because I'm like, that motherfucker looks like my face. And I'm confused at work. I want that.
I either want Grookey or Scorbunny, but I don't want Scorbunny to turn into an Anthro fire-fighting Pokemon. That makes me feel awkward.
I was gonna say I wanted that evolution.
I'm actually hoping for a Scorbunny to be fire electric.
That would be. Or
Honestly,
fire
if
ground.
Scorbunny is not a fucking jackalope in its final form, I'm going to scream.
If it's not everything in a Scottish accent, then it's not worth it.
Yo, the fact that Scottish Twitter has adopted the female main character and made her just this complete drunk bitch is the best thing ever.
I know nothing about this. Link this to me.
Okay.
I'll link what I'm laughing at to you.
Yeah, give me a second. I have the pictures on one of the Discords I'm in.
An onion
and,
is
and I'll post a picture of the starters in the Discord for you guys if you like don't know anything about anything.
And no, always, I don't know why I keep wanting to say your name wrong. Nanami, that should be the picture on our shirt.
Just an onion being held?
Yep. It's just so there it is. Like we are. We're just like, here it is. Here's what we're saying. And you guys, oh my god. now, okay, look. You gotta say captain for captain. Janeway was better than Archer. The show was shit. But come on, captain for captain, Archer was better than Janeway.
Watch that video.
Actually, I'm also going.
I won't admit that one.
Okay.
Actually, since it's mostly just an audio thing, I'm going to like play it in the stream. This is done by Got Moxie.
We do not own anything.
Please don't sue us. We love you.
We're not making any money off this anyways.
No money is being made off this in any way.
I mean, clearly me saying fuck it got us demonetized.
Turn it up.
Yeah, here's some kids in the background.
But yeah, I would have to turn up my TV a little bit, so you guys can.
Or okay, well,
you guys can
or just
probably
play it in the Discord then.
Yeah, because it is hilarious. You'll love it.
What one of the voice actors Scottish? Okay.
Yeah.
Making sure I was clicking the right thing here. Yeah, I can get behind that. I'm gonna play that again.
The one above that one is my favorite one.
I like the one Scottish guy who got mad at all the Americans making bad Scottish accents, so he made his own thing.
Let me restart this. You're shy, like you're getting song, aren't you? It's the Pope Catholic.
You cheeky tart.
Oh, Slug, you want to have a Pokemon fight?
It's the Pope Catholic, you cheeky tart.
Oh man,
Like
I don't
Scottish
think any
Twitter
Pokemon can be Catholic.
has
Pokemon
completely done
evolve.
this character, and I'm so.
Mimor gets so jiff.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. Are they actually voicing?
No.
No, they haven't
Aw.
confirmed. But probably not.
Because I mean, if she was gonna have a Scottish voice, I know it wouldn't be like that. I'd actually probably play as the female character.
Well, given the fact that the character has a Scottish hat and Galar is basically the UK upside down, kind of start in Scotland.
Yeah. Yeah, some of my...
So we're getting Sean Connery.
Oh.
Men, at least Sean Connery men.
The champion of the region is Queen Elizabeth.
Queen II.
QEII. Queen.
Oh wait, no, Andy.
Or
Never mind.
Queen Elizabeth, Pokemon champion.
Yeah, QE2. Queen.
But I am really excited for it to be in England because I think they have a lot of really fun legends that they could turn into Pokemon. Like, we could get a cool-ass unicorn or a western dragon.
The Loch Ness monster!
It could actually be a fun version of Fallout 76, basically, where they tried to take folklore and make it into the game. Too bad the game fucking sucked.
Or a suit of armor that's a Pokemon. Like, it starts off as a helmet, and then it like becomes a body armor, and then it becomes a Doulahan.
My dumbass just went into, and you could wear the armor, and then I went into, I wonder how Pokemon would feel if you were jamming your arms into it to wear it like armor.
Well, there is the Pokemon Honedge, which is like the possessed sword, that if you grab its handle, it possesses you.
That's cool.
There's also, Shomet.
I'm also behind whacking anybody with the newspaper that wants to watch Goblin Slayer. They just...
I've actually watched Goblin Slayer. It's not that bad. It's just kind of a generic fantasy anime.
I mean, it's just that first episode.
And it goes back to doing stuff like that every so often, or at least in the manga. But it goes so hard into it that it's like, what the fuck? I know we're having a good time.
I know there was hard goings on in that. That's why I don't want to watch it.
Like, the show could have been fine without that, but it's there. And the fact, and in the anime, they make it so much worse than in the manga or in the light novel. Because in the light novel and the manga, it's not framed like a sexy thing. In the anime, very much point of view and everything. It's really disgusting how they handled it. That, and I think the way they handled that,
atrocity in my mind.
Good lord. I'm listening, but I'm also looking at these memes.
Oh my god, aren't they amazing?
On my way to grab my daughter from the professor, here's open the fucking monkey bastard goes into a right fine lad. I know I didn't say it like a girl, but I
What was it John Oliver called Scottish the accent that every American thinks they can do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it, Jay?
I just want to know what shagging nines is, because I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm
9 out of 10.
Sex.
A 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Okay.
Like, banging hot people.
I didn't know if it was like having sex with hot people, or having sex with like 9 people at one time, or 9 people in a row.
She's 10!
I mean, there's more ways to take this.
If she can get that much D, good for her.
She's 10!
She's like 12, dude. I don't care.
I'm grabbing to the newspaper, and now I'm smacking you. Bad.
The character design does look at least like she's 14, but yeah, I get it.
Oh, yeah, that makes it all better.
I don't know what's the age of consent in Scotland.
Oh God, let's not get into it.
It's like,
no, son, about that trip.
Actually, I actually know the drink. I know the drinking limits in England. I believe it's 17 if you get food with it.
So get an egg roll and she'll get a bottle of vodka.
Yeah.
And over here in America, you can... Wait, can you buy guns? Yeah, you can buy guns at 18, yeah.
I
think it's handguns. I think rifles and shotguns, it's 21.
Honestly, I don't think the law is you have to be 18. I don't think there's any law over what age you have to be to buy a firearm.
I know it's less than to buy liquor, which is what I was getting at.
Yeah, I got that.
I really can't wait for this game, though. Just for the fact it's console.
Yeah, this is going to be the first main game on Nintendo Switch.
Well, that makes sense. It's only been out like a year, right?
2 years.
Two. Came out in 17. I just like that. Being an RPG, I like. It's obviously. I'm trying to say this right. Graphically, it looks really good. It's smooth and it's colorful, but like the way things are drawn, and everything, it looks like a really high end, like let's say PS3 game. Like it doesn't look so real being Pokemon, it takes you out of the immersion. And it looks like your fantasy RPG.
I think the important thing when it comes to this game is the fact that it's using the same models and everything from Let's Go and even some Gen 7 models from Sun. But
I did see something about that.
Makes it look so. It looks like the anime. It's got such a better shader and lighting system. That it just
I think that's
fantastic.
the kind of stuff. I think you're more articulating what I'm trying to say, because I'm saying it in like a really broad way. Like, yeah, it just looks like a really good anime made into a game, but it doesn't. Sort of like, I guess, like the SAO games where they're trying to go for like a level of realism, and I don't know, stuff like that kind of takes me out of the immersion. It's like newer Final Fantasies. I don't know. It takes me out of the immersion. Like ever since like about 13, we won't talk about the rest of 13, but it takes me out of the immersion.
Give 15 a chance. 15.
Oh no, I love 15. I'm like specifically the graphics. Like I really liked 15,
Okay,
and I would have liked it more.
Definitely give 13 soundtrack another chance because it's really, really good.
Well, it's a Final Fantasy soundtrack. It's going to be good. Except
Final
it doesn't
Fantasy
have the iconic songs, but it's got its own stuff.
I thought it had the prelude in it at least. Did it have the prelude?
It has the prelude, but it doesn't have the victory theme. They have no their victory theme's completely different. Or at least in 13.1. I don't know about 2.
It's been... When did 13 come out? Was that 2010?
I want to say 2010, 2009.
I played 13 when it first came out, and I played it all the way to the end. I didn't beat it. And I played a little bit of 13 too when it came out. And yeah, it was really just... I don't know, it just looked too... I don't know. There's a lot of things with it. Anyway, I like this because it still has a certain level of like cartoony to it in a good way.
Yeah, I hope that they add a lot. They add something because in each of the newer games since 6, they added a new mechanic like Mega Evolution or Z Boost, and it always has to do with the Japanese logo having an icon in it. The logo and the Japanese icon is like a blue and a red Pokeball that you see on the new stadiums. So maybe the gym battles in the stadiums have a new mechanic to them. Especially the fact that they have massive crowds.
Wait, did I send you guys the article about Pokemon Gun actually being reported on in the Spanish newspaper as being legit?
I saw that. I didn't see that they talked about Gun in it, but they were talking about Pokemon Sword and Shield.
No, they because they got a bunch of false information wrong because language barriers and stuff. So they were reporting on Pokemon Gun being a real thing.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Something I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to come in with something else that make me look like a dude.
Well, if not Gun, how about Trebuchet?
Don't make me find the meme. Don't make me find.
It's not. Somebody actually did make the logo.
God damn it! You're making me find it.
Yeah. I just hope that this turns out a lot better than Gen 7.
I liked Gen 7, but it just got a little boring.
You know what?
That was the last one, right? I'm
Yeah,
bad at connecting.
that was the last one.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was
And
Sun
you
and
know
Moon.
what? I didn't like Gen 7 so much. I completed the Pokedex.
I liked it. I just didn't finish it because I don't know. I didn't play my 3DS a lot.
Yeah. I think at this point 3DS is now dead. Who cares about
I'm
this?
pretty sure.
Who cares
If we're
about
getting
this?
a Pokemon game on Switch,
That's what I meant
Oh
about
my
the
God.
shaders looking better.
tear fell apart.
Honestly, who still plays their 3DS? I barely do. I'm playing my Vita. I'm playing my Vita more than a 3DS.
I actually got rid of my 3DS because I just never played it.
Right.
I still have my 3DS, but I haven't played it. I keep wanting to go back and finish Ultra Moon, but I just... The game got boring, even though I loved the Pokemon, I loved the mechanics. The story was kind of meh.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I regret it because honestly, I straight traded it for Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition,
There it is.
and I think I came out on top. That game is amazing.
This meme.
Trebuchet.
I saw that.
Why not get
I saw the
Pokemon
previous one.
Tactical instead of Trebuchet?
Tactical, get coming!
Something I hope they do in this game, I think would be really cool. I know a lot of the games have like a Coliseum, don't
Yeah.
they? Or is it
Yeah.
just some of them?
Nothing really too much to a Coliseum. There's like the Pokemon Stadium games where you were.
Well, I guess they could just integrate something like that into the game, but where it's sort of like real people. Like I know you can trade and like do link battles and stuff when you were on the portables, but have like a set location, like in every game, maybe in the middle of the map or something. And
Oh, you mean like in game live battles?
Yeah, and it's like real people. It obviously has to be.
You're thinking
online.
you're thinking MMO. You're thinking MMO. Massive
Well,
multiplayer
but
online.
not like the whole game, just like the tournament part of it. Like there's tournaments and stuff where you go fight other real people.
5, the sequel games, there was the Pokemon World Tournament, a literal coliseum you could go to. They could take part in randomly generated tournaments against past gym leaders and Elite Four and rivals.
That's cool.
I think if they brought something like that back, but you could connect to the internet and have like an open tourney with different people online, that would be interesting.
That's what I'm saying. Like, see how your party racks up against other real people's parties. Because, like, for me, it was kind of hard to do stuff like that because I didn't know a lot of people that played the game.
I know in Gen 6 and I think it was just some of the Gen 6 games, or it was one of the games, there was like an online lobby where you could walk around and like sort of interact with people over Wi-Fi. If they made something like that into this, that would be really cool.
I mean, it'd be kind of easy because I've heard the chat is kind of convoluted on Switch. It'd be easier for us, and that might lead to a rise in like Discord and if there's any similar apps.
Well,
to say just jump on Discord and be able to talk to people you're playing with compared to like using Nintendo's basically VoIP.
Well, I understand why they don't have voice chat natively on the Switch because it's supposed to be for kids, and voice chat gets so fucking toxic.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
Like I still remember like Call of Duty back in like the mid 2000s when Modern Warfare came out.
Yeah, like you play any shooter online, and apparently everyone's fucked your mom.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't know how many people mom after playing those games.
Yeah,
Yes.
They're apparently how to work with the Switch is that you're able to get an app on your phone, so you can
Switch Connect or something.
Yeah, the Switch. It's called the Switch app.
Okay.
Yeah, you download it
Now,
onto your
how
phone,
easy-
and you get your friend's friend code. You slap that in. you call them, they answer, and look at that, you're talking to each other through a phone.
I'll actually bring this up when we get off. Is it something along? So I'll bring that up when we go off air.
Okay. Would be something that we could do. Actually, then I think about it, because I actually was able to get Showdown to work on my phone, so we could maybe do like an admin tournament or something.
Oh, Showdown's fun. I like Showdown because you can just get the Pokemon you want without putting 30 hours of work into.
Yep. I
don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I actually got an account and made a few teams with it.
I think everyone I know has had an account, but it's gone by now.
Have we lost No Son? I haven't heard him talk in a while.
Yeah, I think so.
Guess so.
Yeah. So yeah, we could.
Oh, that's right. He said he was messing with his stuff. I forgot he said that. To be honest,
we should do like a everybody has like a mono team, and we like get like a random type or something. That'd be fun.
I have made a Common Rider themed bug team before.
Oh, I've made a complete fighting team. Like,
I just have 6 Snorlaxes because they like to sleep.
Oh, so you're one of those players.
No, I just like to sleep too, so I identify with him. I never used the move rest, to be honest, because I'm always attacking.
So I guess there's nothing really to talk about Gen 8 right now.
I mean, aside from it looks fucking cool, but we only know 3 Pokemon and what the region's like. We don't know anything else. Which
I do like the way the map looks.
Yeah, I like. It looks really good, but I want to know more. I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we need more information just for the sheer fact of needing more.
What kind of? I do want to put this in before we go. The fact that they're using wolves for the head, I think they're gonna do a take on. I might butcher the names. The Greek wolves Salus and Solus, the 2 wolves who chase the sun and the moon.
That would be cool.
Well, because they're the only famous pair of wolves I know. Or it could be one legendary Pokemon that's form dependent on the games.
Ooh.
Where in one game he's the shield form, like a werewolf who uses his tail as a sword, and in another form a giant beast wolf who uses his body as a shield.
Didn't they do that? It wasn't exactly like that. It was it Deoxys, where he had like 27 fucking forms?
Oh, Arceus.
Deoxys had 4 forms. Arceus technically has like 16 forms.
That's what I'm thinking of, yeah.
Actually, 19 if you count the base form, I think.
And the question form.
Yeah.
I wonder. That'd be cool just to make a team of unknowns and just make it spell out like fuck or damn or something. That's so stupid. I'm sorry. That is utterly stupid.
But anyway, I guess we should go on toward the closer. What are we doing?
This has been Riders of the Lost Zord?
No, well, not necessarily that part yet. I'm talking about like...
Oh, not the outro, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I guess it's a part of the outro. What are we doing next time?
I do want to talk about Broly, since I don't think we've done that, and I really liked it.
We all did talk about that.
Which movie?
And, well, we wanted to wait until everybody had seen it. We just brought it up in conversation.
I was trying to find it to stream it on the page, but you know.
It was on Pornhub.
I downloaded it already. I can put it on Google Drive for you.
Watch Broly get fucked.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this to be a fanboy. I'm just saying it because I'm glad I did. I got to see it in theaters. Oh my god, that made it so much better.
I wish I could have seen it in theaters. The movie's so.
It was honestly a bonding experience for me and my girlfriend because she's always just like, okay, you go play your game. And I was like, I'd really like you to come with me. And I kind of explained the stuff about DBZ she didn't know, and it was fun. It was great seeing it on the big screen. I just had these 3 idiots behind me. Well, this or GT, and oh my god,
GT,
no GT, at them.
GT, no.
I did. I mean, they couldn't have been more than like 20 years old. I just wanted to turn around and just 3 Stooges slap every one of them.
Oh, I don't care how old they are. If they're ruining a movie I'm seeing, I will fucking ostracize them in front of
Now, thankfully, during the movie, this is all I heard when they were trying to eat, like, thank you. Can I have some of... Yeah, it was after the movie, but I'm just like, why are you talking so loud about shit you don't know? You weren't even alive when G was on. Anyway, I segued. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
I went into my angry place.
So
we literally segue all the time.
It's our thing.
With the...
I'll wait.
Angry, you have an angry place, dude?
Apparently.
So with the... So that's going to be our non-Toku topic? The new Dragon Ball Z movie? Super movie? Whatever it's called?
Hey, for our Toku topic, can we do Yu Yu Hakusho?
No, because it's
not
Toku.
Problem?
I mean, I'm okay with this, but justify why it's Toku.
Wait, I just thought it was Toku. Isn't it considered Toku?
Why would you
know it's anime?
Not usually stuff that's animated is.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Yeah,
I just kind of clumped it in, to be honest.
Well, I think the Super Sentai Saikyo battle is actually going to be ending next week. So.
Yeah, I get the final episode with overtime subs just to catch up.
Yeah. So
okay, then
they'll get it done in time beforehand.
Non-Toku, can we do Yu Yu Hakusho?
I'm so for Yu Yu Hakusho. Can we do just chunks of Yu Yu Hakusho?
I just meant like the first 5 episodes, like we normally do.
That's basically the first arc.
Yeah, which I'm cool with that. I just want to talk about Yu Yu Hakusho.
I plan on doing a full review series on how Hakusho.
I mean, if we want to do it like we did in the old days where we did it in chunks, I think that's what you were hitting at. I'm cool with that too, but that has to be a group consensus.
Oh no, it totally has to be a group consensus, but just the Yusuke revival.
Spin-off podcast. Just Yu Yu Hakusho over time.
I mean, I love Yu Yu Hakusho. That was one of my first anime, and I fucking love it.
I've seen it probably 5 or 6 times, and
I just restarted watching it on Hulu. I'd go back and restart it again.
I'm down for it either doing a weekly chunk of Yu Yu Hakusho or doing a separate podcast just covering Yu Yu Hakusho for like an hour.
I'm good either one. Whatever you guys come up with, just
I can talk about Yu Yu Hakusho for a long time, and I don't want to bog the podcast down with that.
Well, you might as well count me out for that. I don't want to be doing that.
Okay.
You don't like Yu Yu Hakusho?
No, it's just that I can see why you guys like it, but I've watched it so many times, and I just can't.
Which I don't want to sound like I'm making fun of you.
I just can't bring myself to watch it again.
Understandable. There's shows I'm like that with where like, okay, I watched it once, I'm good.
No, I've watched it multiple times. I just don't really care to watch it again.
Okay.
I totally get it.
It's literally one of those shows I can sit down and watch any episode at any point in time and fully be engrossed and enjoy every aspect of it.
I can still hear that. I don't know the actual name of the particular track, but it's that
the sadness theme.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that one.
Yep.
Man.
Okay, me and you will take care of the Yu Yu Hakusho spin-off podcast. What's next week's Toku pick?
Well, I think next song said something about Star Trek Discovery.
Is Star Trek another one of our memes?
It's going to be.
Yes. Honestly, we really should start generating memes just to be fun.
Okay.
We can have fun with this.
So next week is Broly and Psycho Battle.
How do you spell that?
Saykyo? Saikyo.
Most places have just shown it as battle, so
Yeah, well, this is counted for next time because next week, I most likely we won't be able to. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do it next week. We've been on a very unstable weekly schedule.
Yeah.
We have.
Yeah, and I do gotta say, on the 17th, I'm going to be unavailable.
I can easily record.
Yeah, you guys, if you want to go do that, go right ahead.
But then again, that's only if you're 100% okay with not being a part of it. Because you're a founding member. You have to be okay with us doing it.
I'm okay. You. I'm not like the previous guy that was like that.
I was actually thinking about that bitch earlier.
I was talking to another group of friends who had someone bullshit like that before, but not as bad.
Was his name Connor?
What was that?
What the hell was his name?
I don't remember.
It was what?
It was Connor.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Connor. Oh, yeah. I remember. I don't want to say it on air. Yeah.
Yeah. First name only Connor. Yep.
Would you think he would hate view us just to see what we're doing and what we're doing without him?
If he was,
I could see it happening.
If he was, I would have seen 2. I would have seen a 2. We saw one.
So we only had. Who was our 1?
No.
Whoever you are,
our 1 has been this guy named Furbus.
Okay.
We love you, Furbus.
Wait, Furbus. I think I know him from another Discord.
Isn't that the guy that's Robotnik's voice actor's son?
Yeah.
Am I remembering that right?
Yep. That's right. That is true.
Which we're glad to have you.
And he says, "Love you back."
Oh.
Heart emojis.
But anyway, tune in next time whenever we do this again for the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie and the Sekio Sentai battle.
Also, we'll have shirts for order soon.
Yeah, right.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, right.